Hello and welcome. My name is Christina from Empowered Creator. I'm a mindset and conscious manifesting teacher and coach, and this is my YouTube channel. Here I talk about all things law of assumption, mindset, conscious manifesting, the quantum universe, and a lot more. And my goal is to simplify everything. So if you guys like this content and would like more of it, I would love it if you would subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment on it, and just stick around. Also, if you need any help with your specific situation, I offer one-on-one coaching, email coaching, small group coaching, as well as custom subliminals for whatever needs you may have. So if you're interested in any of these services, click on the links below in the description box, and they're going to take you to my website. And with all that being said, let's dive into today's video. Today, we're going to talk about ignoring the 3D reality, what it actually means, and how we can actually implement that in practice. There seems to be a lot of confusion around this topic, and a lot of people, and rightly so, they wonder, how is it even possible to ignore the 3D reality when this is the current reality that I'm seeing and I'm experiencing? How can I actually ignore it? Do I pretend that it's not there? Do I fool myself? Do I delude myself? How do I deal with it? So first of all, let me clarify one thing. Ignoring the 3D reality does not mean that you have to delude yourself, does not mean that you have to fool yourself or pretend that what you're seeing is not what you're seeing, what you're hearing is not what you're hearing, what you're experiencing is not what you're actually experiencing. Essentially, you don't have to lie to yourself about what you're seeing in your 3D reality right now. And I'm in full awareness that what you might be seeing in your 3D reality might be very opposite to what you're currently manifesting. It might be very different to your new reality that you're creating in imagination. And I completely get it. I completely understand how, for some people, it's so confusing to balance that. How do you balance the 3D, the current 3D, what you're actually seeing, with what you're looking to create, what you're creating in imagination, what you're bringing forth from the 4D into the 3D. So let's talk about that for a little bit. So obviously, we always say that you don't want to stick to the old story, you don't want to persist in your current circumstances, whatever this might be, you don't want to dwell on it, that you instead want to dwell in your imagined reality, in your desired reality. You want to dwell in what you're looking to create, in what you're looking to bring forth. But what it actually means to ignore the 3D reality, whatever your current 3D reality is to simply not pay attention. It doesn't mean to ignore it in the sense that you are lying to yourself that it's not there, or that you're pretending that you're not seeing or you're not experiencing what you are experiencing. What it means is that you actually rise above it. You remain indifferent to it. You paid no attention. You don't dwell on it. From that point of view, in that sense, you don't dwell on it. Yes, you may see it. Yes, you may experience it. Yes, you may notice it. Obviously, we're human. But we don't dwell on it. We don't persist in it, in our thoughts, in how we feel, in what we tell ourselves, or in our conversations. We remain as indifferent to it as possible. And that's what it means to ignore the 3D reality. It does not mean that we're fooling ourselves or deluding ourselves or pretending that something that is there right now is not there or anything like that. So how do you actually do that, especially when circumstances right now may seem to be against you? They may seem that they're opposing what you're actually creating in imagination, your new reality. How do you actually remain indifferent to the 3D? Well, that takes a bit of training. It's a habit like anything else. You're training your mind to form a new habit, to stay focused, no matter what, on your desired reality. You are basically tunnel visioned and laser focused on what you are bringing forth into your 3D, that new reality that you're creating in imagination. You remain laser focused on that. If you're seeing otherwise right now in your 3D, You remain indifferent, you learn to remain indifferent, you train yourself and your mind to remain indifferent. And the reason is because you know how the law works. You know where attention goes, energy flows. You know where you put your attention, that's what you're going to see more of. So you don't want to be putting your attention into circumstances that might be unwanted, that might not match what you actually want to see and experience in your 3D. And that's why you're not dwelling on your 3D and you remain indifferent to it. You know that by focusing on your desired reality, in your imagination, in your thoughts, in your feelings, in your mental and emotional state, in your overall state of being, feeling like the person who already is and who already has their desire, their manifestation, you are creating momentum and you are bringing that forth into your 3D. So as long as that becomes dominant in your consciousness, it has to pan out, it has to come to pass in your 3D sooner or later. It is going to, that's how the law works. It is spiritual law, it is the law of the universe, it's how things work. If you focus on it, sooner or later, you're going to see it in your 3D. And that knowledge, that foundation, if you will, is going to give you the confidence to know that your desire is yours, it's coming, regardless of what the 3D is showing you right now. The 3D just hasn't caught up yet. So you have that confidence that whatever the 3D shows you, I'm going to stay indifferent. I'm going to just shut it out of my consciousness as best as I can. I'm going to ignore it in the sense that I'm not going to dwell on it because I know it's on its way to changing and shifting for me. So I'm on my way to seeing something different. And that's how you ignore the 3D. You have the confidence and the inner knowing that what you want is coming because you are creating it within. So you're calling it from the 4D into the 3D. And so you can give yourself permission to actually ignore the 3D reality in that sense. It doesn't mean that you don't notice it. It doesn't mean you don't know that it's there or you pretend that you don't know that it's there. You just don't pay attention. You just keep focusing on what you want to see, and that's it. The rest is irrelevant. Irrelevant, completely irrelevant. So with that, I'm going to wrap up this video here. I intend that this has helped you. I very much appreciate you guys being on this channel, watching this content. I love making this content for you. And as always, I look forward to seeing you at the next video. Until then, take care and bye-bye.